The cutting-edge 110-volt Hydrosphere Mach 6 filling rig transforms the chemistry and microbiology of the fill water. It provides immediate and maximum protection for pipework from corrosion and bacteria. It uses a number of stages of pre-treatment, including 2 that kill and remove bacteria, even those bacteria resistant to biocide. The unit is designed to work up to a maximum pressure of 7 bar and will withstand a pressure of 10 bar without causing permanent damage. It will treat up to 1,800 litres of water per hour.
The Mach 6 Hydrosphere rig is precision engineered in the UK and made entirely of stainless steel. The water enters here and passes through a double-check backflow preventer. This is the inlet hygienic sampling point and pressure gauge. The water then passes through a powerful high-intensity ultraviolet disinfection unit to kill bacteria. The bodies of the dead bacteria are taken out by the medical-grade BioBlock membrane to prevent system infection. Chemical is drawn safely from the drums via the colour-coded suction lances, which isolate the rig when the drums need changing. When not in use, the lances live here. The water meter very accurately records makeup and relays this to the dosing pumps, which inject the biocide and system protection chemicals here. The outlet pressure gauge together with the inlet indicate when to change the BioBlock, and the outlet hygienic sampling point allows chemical and bacterial samples to be taken. The solenoid valve shuts when the rig detects a fault, such as loss of power or chemical drums need changing. The intelligent chemical injection pumps are amongst the most accurate on the planet and are code locked to prevent tampering. The control panel is deceptively simple for ease of operator use. The chemicals are safely drawn from the suction lances, which are securely sealed onto the drums with bespoke adapters. The lances measure chemical levels within the drums, warning of low chemical and shutting the rig in event of an empty drum. The unit is completely automatic and will shut down operation if there is no power to the rig, the chemical runs out, following an interruption of power. Check you have the following: protective gloves and goggles, hose connectors and lube, test kits, a bucket full of clean water, small plastic sample containers and BioBlock filter. Connect hoses to the rig and water supply and put suction lances in a bucket, but do not turn on the water. Connect a 110 volt power supply. Turn on the rig at the isolator, but do not press the start button at this point as this opens the outlet solenoid valve. Make sure the dosing pumps are turned on and green and not grey by pressing the left hand button on the pump. Move the lances up and down in the bucket to make sure the floats are working and pumps change colour. Orange means getting low on chemicals and red is out of chemicals, which will shut down the rig. Check the pump dosage rates are correct for each pump for the chemicals being used. One is marked microcide for biocide, the other clean treat for the inhibitor. The meter on the Mach 6 pulses 10 times for every litre of water. Please note, the pumps are code locked to prevent tampering, and to reset the pumps please contact Hydrosphere on the number below for the unlock code. On the top of each dosing pump there is a knob on the three-way valve assembly. Turn the coloured knob clockwise and hold it. Push the 100% button on the right of each pump for approximately 60 seconds until the horizontal tubings run clear of bubbles. This primes the pump. Release the knob. Now fit the BioBlock. Fill in the system. Screw the suction lances into the relevant chemical. The red lance into the microcide biocide drum. The green lance into the clean treat inhibitor drum. Ensure this stage is correct as each pump is set to dose different amounts. Run both dosing pumps on 100% for 30 seconds. This will draw chemical from the suction lances through the pumps into the rig, so when the unit is connected to the system, chemicals will be dosed directly into the makeup water for your system. Record the water meter counter reading to accurately measure system volumes during the fill-in, and particularly when starting to fill another system. Connect the outlet hose to the system and open the fill-in supply, but do not press the start button. Make sure the fill-in pressure is below 7 bar, as this is the maximum operating pressure for the injection pumps. If the water pressure is more than 7 bar, a pressure relieving valve must be fitted before the hydrofill rig. If a fill-in pressure greater than 7 bar is required to overcome the static head of the system, or for the pressure testing, a booster pump can be fitted downstream from the rig using an in-line non-return valve. 110 volt multi-stage side booster pumps are available from Hydrosphere. Start to fill, observing the operation of the pumps on the rotating display on the pump LCD panel. At the start of filling and during filling, take water samples from the inlet and outlet test points and the system to test microbiological and chemical levels and record these. For chemical levels taken directly from the outlet sample point, run at least a litre of water into the jug and test from the jug. When the chemical drums are running low, the pump display will change from green to amber, showing that the pumps are getting close to running out of chemical. When the display changes from amber to red, the chemical drum will be empty and will need replacing. In this event, the unit's solenoid valve will shut down, preventing the flow. Replace the empty drum and press the restart button to open the solenoid valve. In the event of power failure, it will be necessary to reset the green start button, but ensure this is after the power goes back on. If the filling rate slows down and the difference in pressure on the two pressure gauges on the rig starts to rise, this indicates the buyer block is becoming spent and needs changing. Turn off the water supply and the fill to the system. Isolate the rig and depressurize it using the test points. Record the water meter reading and replace the buyer block. Restart the rig and recommence filling.
Safely prepare the rig for removal as follows. Fill a bucket with clean water. Carefully remove both suction lances from the chemical drums and place in the bucket. Replace the lid caps on the chemical drums and remove from the rig. Press the stop button and close the inlet water supply valve. Depressurize the rig from the inlet test point. Place a container under the outlet test point and open the test point. Turn the knob on the three-way multifunction valve and run the pumps at 100% for 60 seconds, drawing fresh water from the bucket, clearing the suction lines and the bleed line. Release the knob and run the pumps for 30 seconds, drawing fresh water from the bucket, clearing the injection lines. Turn off the rig isolator. Open the inlet water supply valve and flush 1 litre of water from the outlet test point. Replace the suction lances in holders. Discard the bucket of water and 1 litre from the test point into a foul drain. Disconnect the rig for removal.